As dawn softly spilled its pale light across the room, her lips brushed mine, tender, almost soothing, carrying a warmth that once felt like a sanctuary. I knew exactly where those lips had been the night before, but I didn't pull away. Instead, I leaned into the kiss, letting her believe her carefully constructed facade had fooled me, as if I hadn't already seen the cracks in her act. By 7:30 p.m., a reservation for two sat under her name on the restaurant receipt. His initials were subtly scrawled in the margins, a detail she thought clever, but she was wrong. At 6, she left the house, lightly dabbing on a perfume she never wore for me, claiming she was meeting an old college friend. I smiled, wished her well. She didn't notice the slight quiver in my voice, not from fear, but from control. Tonight wasn't about pain. It was about precision. To understand the weight of it all, you need to see what she threw away. I had built a life for her, one of stability, safety, a refuge where anxiety had no place. I worked late nights so she wouldn't have to miss birthdays, hers, mine, even our anniversary, believing it was a sacrifice of the promise of our shared future. I thought loyalty was the foundation of love. Turns out, I was standing alone in that belief. The change was subtle at first. Laughter that once filled our home faded into silence. Touches grew scarce. Texts she replied to behind locked bathroom doors. Smiles that never reached her eyes. I told myself she was just tired. But then one evening, I caught a reflection in a window. Her face glowed with a name she quickly hid from me. I didn't confront her. I didn't demand answers. I waited. 3 months of quiet endurance. Her yoga sessions twice a week. The forced smiles, the dinners that felt like echoes of a past that was already slipping away. Then came the slip. The dinner meant to be secret at a restaurant I would never have chosen. But the digital age is merciless. While she showered, a notification popped up on my tablet from her email. In that single moment, I had everything: his name, his face, and his wife's name, Anna, a kindergarten teacher. Married for 8 years, mother of 2, tied in by a shared mortgage and a life I had never known about. That night, I called Anna. No accusations, just the raw, unfiltered truth. Our grief was silent, punctuated only by sharp breaths and heavy pauses. Then quietly I asked, "Would you join me for dinner tomorrow?" Her reply was soft but certain. Yes. So there we were the next evening, at a small Italian restaurant tucked away on the corner of 7th and Reed. Our table was booked right next to theirs, just 2 feet away, in plain sight. She wore a deep blue dress, the one from our engagement celebration. He wore confidence like a mask. I wore composure like armor. They didn't notice us at first. Anna and I ordered wine, toasted the truth, and waited. When their food arrived, I shifted my gaze just enough to catch his eye. He froze. She turned toward him, confused by his sudden silence. And then she saw me. I wasn't angry. I wasn't broken. I was simply watching. The quiet shattered her. No words. No shouting. Just a cold, deliberate stillness. Her lips parted, but no sound came out. Anna stood, walked over to their table, and locked eyes with him. Then, calmly but with steely resolve, she said, "I hope the dinner's worth it, because he's keeping the house and the kids." She set a manila folder between them, photos, texts, bank records, hotel receipts. His face drained the color. I stayed seated, sipping my wine, watching as she followed him like a shadow chasing a dying light. Anna returned to our table. We finished the meal quietly, peacefully. The aftermath was a stark contrast to the storm inside. She came back to a house with an empty closet. I had moved out that morning. Joint accounts were locked and untangled. My lawyer had been steps ahead, making sure everything was precise and devastating. Her friends disappeared. Her family learned the truth. Anna made sure of that. I didn't need to destroy her. She did that herself. Revenge isn't about destruction. It's about absence. Walking away so completely that they feel the hollow echo of what they lost. Letting them drown in their own ruin. Without a lifeline. I could have screamed. I could have smashed things. But I chose silence instead, and that silence echoed louder than any yell. Some say closure comes from talking it out, confronting the pain. They're wrong. Closure is watching someone burn the only bridge left and realizing you never needed it in the first place. I loved her. God, how I loved her. But now I love myself more. She gave me betrayal. I gave her a mirror, and she couldn't look away. I didn't break her. I just stepped back and let her fall.